Now, it says that durante un sorpasso in autostrada può essere causa di incidente, l'improvviso spostamento sulla corsia di sorpasso di uno dei veicoli che precedono, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is vero. Now, the question says that durante un sorpasso in autostrada, so during overtaking in a motorway, può essere causa di incidente. It can be a cause of an accident. L'improvviso spostamento sulla corsia di sorpasso, a suddenly movement on the corsia di sorpasso, on the overtaking lane. So it means that a vehicle ahead of you, okay, can move to the left lane without any signal. So when we say that improviso spostamento, it means a sudden changing of the lane or a sudden movement of the lane. So if somebody changes the lane suddenly, it means that the person didn't signal with the indicator. He just moved to the left or to the right without any warning or any notice. And the answer to this question is true. That is why we must always pay particular attention on the road, because the law says that before you can do overtaking, we have many factors to look. But there are some people, unfortunately, they don't go to the factors we have. They can do overtaking, they can change their lanes suddenly without even showing the indicators. So if you do that, it can be a cause of an accident on autostrada. Our next question. Il conducente che intende sorpassare deve accertarsi che la larghezza della carreggiata consenta la manovra in condizione di sicurezza, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is vero. Il conducente che intende sorpassare. So the driver who intends to do overtaking deve accertarsi, must make sure che la larghezza della carreggiata. So make sure that the width of the carreggiata allows you to do the maneuver, which is the overtaking, in safety condition. And the answer to this question is true. So if the width of the carreggiata doesn't consent you to do the overtaking in terms of the space, then you can't do overtaking. You can only do that if you can do it in a safety condition. Our next question. Il conducente del veicolo da sorpassare ha l'obbligo di non gareggiare in velocità con il veicolo sorpassante, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is vero. Il conducente del veicolo da sorpassare, so the driver of the vehicle who is subjected to the overtaking. So you are going to feel the overtaking. Okay, so someone is doing the overtaking on you. So you, that driver, you are forced not to make a race. When you say garagare, not to make a race, so a car race in velocity with the vehicle doing the overtaking. So when we say veicolo sorpassante, it means the vehicle doing the overtaking. And veicolo da sorpassare is the vehicle who is subjected to the overtaking. So never do a car racing with a vehicle doing the overtaking on you, because you are on public road, and public road you can't do overtaking, guys. Durante un sorpasso in autostrada, l'insufficiente distanza di sicurezza può essere causa di incidente, vero o falso? Yeah, so this is one of the interesting chapters of this Patente B. When we talk about sorpasso, it's very, very important. And the answer to this question is vero. Durante un sorpasso in autostrada, during overtaking in autostrada, the insufficient security distance can also be a cause of an accident. And the answer to this question is vero. If you don't keep sufficient or enough security distance, you can cause an accident with a vehicle ahead of you. And the answer to this question is vero. Nella fase di sorpasso, il conducente è tenuto a segnalare continuamente con l'avvisatore acustico l'effettuazione della manovra, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is false. Nella fase di sorpasso, so in the process or during the overtaking, il conducente è tenuto, so the driver is forced or the driver is obliged to signal continuously with your klaxon or to hum something to make noise whilst you are doing the overtaking. And the answer to this question is false, guys. In the process of doing overtaking, you are not forced. It is not compulsory for you to keep horning continuously. And the answer to this question is false. But you have to keep your directional indicator on till you finish the overtaking. And before you do the overtaking, you can also give a highlight, not to use your horn whilst you are doing overtaking. No. La pericolosità del sorpasso è determinata dal rischio di collisione in fase di rientro in corsia con il veicolo sorpassato, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is vero, guys. The danger of this overtaking is also determined by the risk of collision, so by the risk of crashing. When you are entering to the lane from the vehicle you just did overtaking. And the answer to this question is false. So the law says that after the overtaking and you are about to enter again to the right lane where you have the overtaking vehicle, look through your mirror. If you see the overtaking vehicle, okay, in the rearview mirror, it means that your distance, you have enough distance so you can get into the right lane. But if you don't see the whole vehicle, in the mirror, it means that you are still close. So when you are getting back to the right lane again, there's a danger or there's a risk that there could be a crash between the two vehicles. And the answer to this question is vero. La manovra di sorpasso, the tram. Okay, guys, let's do this question, but we are going to learn the tram also tomorrow. But in any case, let's do this question also. It's very simple. La manovra di sorpasso del tram può effettuarsi su ambo i lati se la strada è a senso unico e la larghezza della carreggiata lo consente, vero o falso? We are going to learn the tram overtaking tomorrow, but we have the question already, and it's very simple. And the answer to this question is vero, guys. When you want to do overtaking on a tram, overtaking is possible either on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. If the road is one-way circulation and the width of the carreggiata allows it, and the answer to this question is vero. So tomorrow we are going to get into the overtaking on this tram also. Because on a tram, it also depends whether we have salvadente, whether we don't have salvadente. So tomorrow, we'll get to that tomorrow. These are all questions we are going to do tomorrow. So let me. Okay. Il sorpasso in autostrada può essere motivo di incidente se si viaggia con le luci anabbaglianti sempre accese, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is false, guys. So overtaking in autostrada, it can be a motive or a reason of an accident if we travel or if we circulate with the low beam light always on. And the answer to this question is false. The law says that on autostrada, we are always forced to use the low beam light always on autostrada. So if you use a low beam light to proceed, it can never be a motive or a reason of a cause of an accident. No. The answer to this question is false. È vietato il sorpasso di veicoli in lento movimento ai passaggi a livello quando a tal fine è necessario spostarsi su lato riservato all'altro senso di marcia, vero o falso? Guys, don't give up. We are going for the victory. Yeah, this year, guys, we are all going for the victory. So please don't give up. And the answer to this question is vero. È vietato il sorpasso di veicoli in lento movimento. Guys, we are forbidden to do overtaking on vehicles going slow at level passage. Okay, when we say level passage, we are talking about where the trains passes or crosses our road. So we are forbidden to do overtaking on slow vehicles. If the overtaking, okay, we are going to take the other lane reserved for other vehicles coming from the opposite direction. And the answer to this question is zero. So even if the vehicle ahead of you is going slow, the law says that vehicles, they have to stop and make way for you vehicles to pass. But what about if they don't make way and you are getting close to attraversamento ferroviario or passaggio a livello, whereby your overtaking will exceed and get into the other lane? No, you can't do overtaking, especially when you are getting to passaggio a livello, because it is very, very dangerous, that section over there. Il sorpasso è consentito su dosi se la strada è a due carreggiate separate e da due corsie per senso di marcia, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is vero, because even on dorsal, where the visibility is limited, because the road is divided into two carreggiate, and on every carreggiata we have two lanes for one directional way. So even if on dorsal we have limited visibility, and on each carreggiata it is one-way circulation because all the two lanes are going to one direction, guys, overtaking is allowed, because on each carreggiata it is not two-way circulation, so you won't see vehicle coming from the opposite sense. They are all going to one direction, so you can do overtaking on dorsal. And this is a bonus question. Se si viene sorpassati mentre sopraggiunge un veicolo dal senso opposto, occorre spostarsi il più vicino possibile al margine destro della carreggiata. Vero o falso? And the answer to this question is vero. Se si viene sorpassati, you are talking about the one who is subjected to the overtaking. So assuming that someone is doing overtaking on me, teacher, and I see that vehicles are coming from the opposite sense, the law says that I must keep to my right hand side of the carreggiata, so that that vehicle doing overtaking will be fast enough to do the overtaking and get back to the lane. So in other words, I have to make the overtaking easy for the one doing the overtaking. And the answer to this question is vero. You can only do that by keeping to your right hand side and not increasing your velocity. Yeah, and not increasing your velocity. Lo spazio necessario al sorpasso è maggiore se vi è poca differenza di velocità tra i veicoli, vero o falso? Guys, don't sleep, oh, guys. We are going to make it, guys. This year, we are going for the victory by hook or crook, guys. By hook or crook. And the answer to this question is vero. Yeah, so the space needed to do overtaking, the space will be huge or greater if there's a less difference between the vehicles' velocity. And the answer to this question is vero. So if I'm going 100 and the car that I want to do the overtaking is going 95, guys, I will need more space because we have less difference between our velocity. When you say poca, poc in Italian is like poco, a few or less, something small. So poca differenza, a small difference with the velocity cast. Okay, so poca means something small. And the answer to this question is vero. Il conoscente che intende sorpassare deve accettarsi che il conducente che lo precede nella stessa corsia non abbia segnalato di dover compiere analoga manovra. And the answer to this question is bonus question. And indeed, the answer to this question is vero. The driver who intends to do overtaking must make sure that the vehicles ahead of him on the same lane, okay, they haven't signal intentions of doing the same maneuver, which is doing the same overtaking also on vehicles ahead of them. Il conducente che intende effettuare il sorpasso ha l'obbligo di azionare il segnale acustico, vero o falso? And indeed, the answer to this question is false, guys. If you want to do overtaking, you are not forced. It is not compulsory to blow your horn or to make any noise to call the attention. Yeah, you can make a highlight, but not necessary to horn. You are not forced to horn. No, no, no. When you want to do overtaking. Sulle autostrade a tre corsie per senso di marcia è consentito sorpassare un'auto della polizia anche se in servizio di emergenza, vero o falso? Humble Knight says impossible. Yeah, guys, it is impossible. How can you do overtaking on a police car, especially when they are in emergency? Yeah, they are in a service emergency where you see their alarm activated and passing by. How can you do overtaking on such vehicle, and especially on fire extinguishers, the ambulances, or the public transportations in emergency? How can you do overtaking on them? No, I think no one will do that. No one will do that. So the answer to this question is false. So on autostrada with 3 lanes for one directional way, it is allowed to do overtaking on police cars even if they are on emergency. No, the answer to this question is false. Lo spazio necessario al sorpasso aumenta se il veicolo da sorpassare accelera, vero o falso? And the answer to this question is vero. So the space needed to do the overtaking, that space will increase if the vehicle that you want to do the overtaking is also increasing the velocity. And the answer to this question is vero. Lo spazio necessario per il sorpasso aumenta se il veicolo da sorpassare rallenta, vero o falso? And finally, so this is the negative question of the one we just did. Exactly. Yeah, so the space needed to do overtaking, it will increase if the vehicle that you want to do the overtaking is going slow. And the answer to this question is false. Guys, God bless each one of you. We've come to the end of today's lessons. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock to 10:30, we have another lessons to complete these lessons. Very, very good and wonderful. So, guys, please don't give up. I want to challenge each one of these platform, guys. I want to challenge each one of you that whether you believe or not, please just be confident. Believe in yourself and tell yourself that indeed this year is my year, guys. This year is my year. We don't look to the difficulties. This year we look only to the victory. And by the grace of God, it shall come to pass. So, guys, God bless each one of you and see you tomorrow by 9:30. No, sorry, from 9 to 10:30. God bless each one of you, my people. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Guys, make your teacher happy. I want to hear within my ears every single day a good news, guys. Every single day, I want to hear in my ears a good news. God bless you all, guys. God bless you.